Happy Saturday, everybody. Meteorologist Hunter Forst here. Today was my type of day. 84 degrees, a good amount of sunshine. It was a cloudier start to the day, but I mean, it made up for it this afternoon. Warmest day of the year so far, 20 degrees above average. Our average high for this time of year is 64, and 84 degrees is our average high in June 10th. So it was a June-like day today. It was spectacular. And luckily tomorrow it'll be warmer, or not warmer than what we saw today, but it'll still be another warm day in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. And if you're heading out this evening, we're still in the mid to upper 70s, but we're going to see some things change as we head throughout the next couple of days. We have the chance to see some severe weather as we head into Monday night. So that's why I'm here, just giving you guys a bit of an update on what we can expect as we go throughout the next couple of days. But there's nothing to worry about this evening, nothing to worry about tomorrow. As we head into Monday morning, a few isolated showers, but we're really not going to see much until we get into Monday night. But again, things were great today. Outside right now, we're looking great. It's 75 in Chesapeake. It's 74 in Newport News. It's 74 degrees in Hosky. It was a beach day today. Tons of people were at the beach. I'm not sure how many people went in because the water temperatures are in the low 50s. It's 70 in Duck, 77 still in Virginia Beach, 76 in Portsmouth, 76 degrees in Williamsburg. And for the day tomorrow, a cloudier start to the day, once again like today. But look at those morning temperatures. Mid-60s, mid to upper 70s by the afternoon. And then we'll start to see an increase in cloud cover as we head later into the day tomorrow. It was also a breezy day. We saw gusts 20 to 30 plus miles per hour, but I mean, it kind of felt good since temperatures were so warm. It was like a warm breeze. 33 mile per hour gusts in Virginia Beach, 32 in Norfolk, 28 in Suffolk, and 23 mile per hour gusts in Franklin. Outside, here we are at the ocean front. People bicycling, people going for a walk. Many people going for walks. It is just the best night, I think, so far this year. I mean, I kind of wish I was there right now, but that's okay. Seeing some people on their bikes, running around in the sand, you love to see it. They're enjoying it. Still a few people enjoying the water. They look like they're pretty close by the water. A few people on the boardwalk, of course, probably doing some shopping, having a few drinks, perhaps. I mean, I'm sure the restaurants there today were packed. And look at that. Are those people, is that a ton of people? It looks like people are riding horses down there. I might be wrong. Is that? It kind of looks like it. Who knows? But again, I can't blame them for being out there. Great day today. Satellite and radar, there's not much going on. We're seeing a few clouds, and we're going to continue to see an increase in cloud cover overnight into the day tomorrow. But here's a look at the bigger picture. You'll see there's some rain in, the Ohio Valley, Tennessee Valley, down into Mississippi and Louisiana. There's a few flash flood warnings and or flood advisories in areas of Louisiana. They have a chance, of course, to see some flooding tonight and some severe weather. But this is not the main threat right here that's going to be giving us that severe weather. It's going to come Monday morning. It's going to give us a few showers, but the main threat hasn't really developed yet. It's kind of developing right now. But I mean, there's just a ton of weather going on. Some snow in North Dakota, in Minneapolis, you're seeing some rain, and just to the north of you, you're seeing some freezing rain, but we're going to start to see this line develop over the next couple of hours around Kansas, Oklahoma, into Texas. And it's going to continue to progress over the next day or so, heading into Missouri, eventually Illinois, into Indiana as we get into Sunday evening. So you'll notice, looking to see some potent storms from Michigan down into Ohio Sunday evening, Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, and that's going to stretch all the way down into Mississippi heading into late Sunday. So a late night threat is possible as well for these areas. And you'll notice that line of showers heading in our direction Sunday night into Monday morning. We'll see a few isolated showers in the morning. Then the line kind of loses its punch a bit as it progresses towards us. You'll notice here we are Monday afternoon. First line moved through, and then it kind of just looks like in the south you're seeing a lot of thunderstorms and heavy rain, but it kind of gets its act back together as you get into late Monday afternoon and Monday evening. It's going to be a really warm day on Monday. And if you have more sunshine, you have warmer air, you have more instability, so that can kind of give this line more oomph, more energy to re-strengthen as it gets closer into our area. And that's kind of what you see heading into Monday evening. And that line stretches all the way from New England down into Florida. And everywhere in that line has a chance to see some strong to severe storms. So here's the threat for tonight. Level 2 threat out of a level 5 threat for areas around Kansas, Oklahoma, into Missouri, Texas, Dallas is included in that. A level 1 threat for areas in Louisiana and Mississippi. So New Orleans, Gulfport, Mississippi has a chance to see some of those storms, but this isn't really the biggest threat over the 3-day period. It's really tomorrow in areas of the south where they're going to have a pretty high chance of seeing some strong storms. Tornado outlook tonight, highest around Oklahoma City, down into Texas. There isn't much, and there's a tiny threat as you move further north into areas around Kansas City. But this is the bigger threat heading into the day tomorrow. You have a level 3 risk out of a level 5 risk, and it's a big area all the way from Jackson, Mississippi, into Memphis, Nashville, Cincinnati, so stretching really all the way up into southern portions of Michigan. So a lot of people tomorrow, big population, has the chance to see some of these really strong storms. So a few tornadoes aren't out of the question, damaging winds, large hail as well. Here's the tornado outlook for tomorrow as well. Look how large this area is, from Chicago down into Memphis and Louisiana. Then you'll notice some of these colors. So the darker color, the maroonish color, that's about a 5% chance. And then you have the yellow with the hatches, that's about a 10% chance of some tornadoes within 25 miles of any given point. That's kind of what this map shows you. But that hatched line kind of means that you could see tornadoes that are strong and more long-lived. So they have a pretty, intense threat for the day tomorrow. It's not the biggest threat they've ever seen, but, it's definitely a chance. Nashville is included in this, Paducah, Memphis, Little Rock, Huntsville, all under the threat to see some tornadoes as they go throughout the day tomorrow. More later into the day into Sunday night. But again, this is the same system that's heading in our direction. But luckily, it's not going to be that potent as it gets closer to us. Here's a look at the U.S. tornado averages. It is March, so this is when you start to see the averages go up and up and up as they head into April, and then you kind of peak out at May, and then you see those tornado reports start to go down as they head later into summer and fall. But again, it's just that time of year where you got to start paying attention to the weather. Here in Hampton Roads, this isn't our first rodeo this spring with some severe storms. It's kind of been, week after week. Last week we had the severe storms rolling through. We had that tornado, unfortunately, in areas in eastern North Carolina. So it's just, of course, you got to pay attention. It's that type of time of the year where you just got to make sure you have everything ready in case a warning is issued for your area. Here's a look, though, at our threat for tomorrow. Look how large this threat is once again. Not only is tomorrow's threat have a large population under it, but so does Monday. From New York into Massachusetts, Connecticut, all the way down into North Florida. Tallahassee, Atlanta, Raleigh, here in Norfolk, Washington, D.C., everywhere along the eastern seaboard Monday night, really Monday afternoon into Monday night, has the chance to see some stronger storms. So let's zoom in a little bit, and everywhere here in Hampton Roads, we're under that threat. So scattered to severe storms are possible. Can't rule out an isolated tornado. It's not the biggest threat in the world. Biggest threat with these storms are looking to be more damaging winds, 55, 60 miles per hour. But of course, with this type of weather, you can't rule that out. And maybe some small hail as well. Here's a look at the categories that we've been seeing over the last couple of days. You know, of course, back for the threat tomorrow, they're at a level 3 in areas from Ohio into Nashville. So that's enhanced. Numerous storms, they're present, intense storms. We're a level 2, so we're one below that. So a slight risk, scattered storms, scattered severe storms, more short-lived, which is what we're expecting. Tornado threat isn't huge, but again, you can't rule that out. And then, of course, you know, a couple weeks ago, you'll remember back in the south, they were at a level 4 and 5 when they had that tornado outbreak. So luckily, over the next couple of days, we're not seeing that anywhere. The highest risk over the next couple of days is a 3. But that tornado risk tomorrow is pretty high in areas around Tennessee. So they'll have to watch that. And of course, it continues in our direction heading into the day on Monday. But our threat lowers a bit. So we do have a weather impact alert for late Monday for the chance to see some of those strong to severe storms. You just want to have everything ready to go in case there's a warning. You want to stay close to the forecast in case anything changes. Because of course that can always happen with these things. And here's a look at the severe threats. Damaging winds looking to be the largest threat. 55, 60, 65 mile per hour gusts. And again, it's going to be breezy throughout the entire day on Monday, even without the severe storms. So, you know, 20, 30, 35 mile per hour gusts throughout the afternoon ahead of that cold front. And then once that cold front passes, temperatures are going to plummet about 20 degrees heading into the day. So let's time this out here. And you'll notice, you know, waking up Monday morning, a chance to see a few isolated showers, but there comes that cold front, kind of getting stronger as you head later into the evening from more instability in the atmosphere, that sun. And then definitely late Monday into early Tuesday morning, a chance to see some of those strong to, again, isolated severe storms. And then by about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, things get much better. Temperatures will be much cooler, but for your morning commute on Tuesday, we'll be looking pretty good, and then we dry out as we head into Tuesday afternoon. Here's a look at the rainfall potential. It's looking anywhere from 1 to 2, maybe some locally higher amounts. This model just updated. Now it's saying 2 to 4 here in Norfolk. But the last model was saying, you know, 1/2 inch to 1 inch for most areas. So it'll kind of wiggle back and forth as we go throughout the next couple of days. But you just got to pay attention to where, you know, the people who are under those heavier downpours for a longer period of time, that's who's going to see the highest rainfall amount. So looking to be more like 1 to 2, 2+ inches possibly in a few areas, maybe even less, maybe 1/2 inch in a few areas that don't see, you know, some consistent rain over, you know, heading into Monday night, into early Tuesday morning. They kind of see spurts here and there. So that's that one model. 1 to 2 inches are possible. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, so for our Sunday, I mean, it's going to be a warm start to the day. Here we are. Let's do, you know, 6:15 in the morning. We're already in the low to mid 60s. Things are looking great. And then you'll notice heading into Monday morning, we're going to have a chance to see some scattered showers pushing through. Nothing like super heavy. Maybe you'll see a heavier downpour in an area or two around 5, 6 o'clock, but things should be a bit better for your commute if you leave around 7, 8 o'clock, some lighter showers. As we head into the afternoon, those kind of push out and temperatures really soar into, you know, the mid 80s. This model takes a few areas, you know, 84, 85 degrees before that rain gets here. But by about 5 in the afternoon, this model has the first line of storms hitting the 95 corridor around 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Those continue to push towards the coast, towards the east. And you'll notice they kind of get a little bit stronger as you head to about 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. And that line of storms stretches anywhere from the eastern shore down into Williamsburg, Murfreesboro, and it continues to, but you'll notice, see how it's kind of training a little bit from 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the same areas. So, Virginia Beach isn't getting much from, 6 to 9 o'clock, but Cape Charles, Williamsburg, Suffolk, you guys are under heavy downpours for a couple of hours. This is just also one model run. So you got to kind of take this with a grain of salt. This doesn't necessarily mean this is exactly how it's going to go, but it gives you a good idea on timing and, just what could happen. And then by the time you get to about 10 o'clock, continues to get into the eastern shore, closer to the coast by about 10, 11 o'clock, and then a few isolated few scattered thunderstorms heading into early Tuesday morning. And then that cold front passes by. You'll notice that those winds shifting out of the north and west, and a northwest wind means cooler temps. Look at that. We were just in the 80s, now in the upper 40s and low 50s heading into Tuesday morning. Not going to be terrible. It'll be a cooler start, not going to be like those 60s we've been seeing in the morning. But at least we're not back in the 30-degree range like we were this winter. And this winter, 30 was warm. We were in the teens sometimes, single digits. But again, heading into the day tomorrow, Monday will be in the low 80s, upper 70s. And then Tuesday, that's where those temperatures really plummet. Rainfall forecast with this model, kind of similar, half an inch in a few areas, but up to 1 to 2 in others, 2 to 4 in Norfolk. But again, you'll notice further up towards the north where those stronger storms and heavier downpours were kind of sitting, that's where you were seeing those bigger totals. So 1 to 2 Newport News, Franklin, and then a little bit less in areas around eastern North Carolina, Virginia Beach, because you weren't really seeing that much rain over that period of time. And then once it gets to you, it kind of pushes out rather quickly. Again, here's another look at one of the models. This is the European model. A few showers in the morning. And you'll notice it pushes, it's kind of similar with timing compared to the graph. Getting in late Monday, early Tuesday morning, some lingering showers are possible. And you'll notice those isobars there as well. Lines of equal pressure. They're kind of closest together. So that just means it's going to be breezy. You have a stronger pressure gradient, so you get stronger winds. It's not the biggest or, biggest pressure gradient, strongest pressure gradient I've ever seen here. Some of our other storms, there's definitely has been a bigger signal of that. So it's going to be breezy. It's not going to be super, super breezy, but still gusts, 30, 35 miles per hour. And then that pushes out early Tuesday morning, and we clear out for Tuesday. Things are looking good. Also, just wanted to mention that this is beneficial rain for areas of North Carolina where they're seeing some of those wildfires in South Carolina as well. So some good news there. Of course, you don't want them to see some severe weather, but that rain will definitely be beneficial for them. But again, we clear out for the rest of the day on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're looking good. Maybe an isolated shower or two on Thursday. And then heading into Friday, some more showers are possible. Same into the weekend as well. So just something to watch. We had to become a little bit more unsettled towards, the end of the week into next weekend. So if you have any plans next weekend, I want to keep that in mind. Here are the future cast winds. Heading into Monday morning, breezy one, 20, 25 mile per hour gusts by the afternoon. You'll notice we're seeing gusts 20 to 30, 35 miles per hour in a few areas. And then they get a little bit better heading into Monday evening and Monday night. That cold front passes through, and then winds pick up once again heading into Tuesday. We'll see gusts, 20 to 30 miles per hour. In the morning, we could see those pick up a little bit as we go throughout the day, but not looking to be like much. 20, 25, maybe 30 miles per hour. But again, winds out of the northwest, so temperatures really plummet. About 20 degrees heading into the day on Tuesday. Here's the takeaway, not looking to be, major widespread rain for right now. Maybe in a few areas, you guys will have rain for a longer period of time, 1-2 hours. So that's where you'll see the longer or the higher rainfall totals. A few areas may not see rain, for a long period of time. So your rain totals will be a bit lower. within that line, chance to see some isolated to strong storms, and just be ready for any issue or any warnings that may be issued as we head into Monday night. And again, it's going to be dark, it's going to be rainy, windy with those storms. So, you just want to pay attention, make sure you have a way to get alerts. If you're going to bed, keep your phone on loud, something like that. Sleep with your TV on if you want, just in case a warning comes across your TV. So again, a level 2 risk out of a level 5. We've seen it before here. We've gone through it, and it's not the biggest risk we've ever seen, but it's just something to pay attention to. Everyone has that chance to see some of those severe storms. But outside now, today was spectacular. Still some people out there on the beach. I can't blame them. I really want to know if those were people on horses when we first started this live stream. I would love to find that out. Temperatures still are looking pretty good. Upper 70s. You would not think it's the end of March. No, it's a bit cloudy. Winds out of the southwest at 14 miles per hour. It'll stay cloudy heading into the day tomorrow as well, but then we'll see more sunshine later in the afternoon for our Sunday. Over the next couple of hours, not bad. Temperatures staying in the lower 70s. So if you have any plans tonight, you're looking good. Go for a nice walk, a little grilling, a little skateboarding. What else can you do outside? A lot. We've been cooped up all winter. I forget what you can do outside when it's nice and warm. Temperatures will be in the lower 60s for most of us. Cloudy skies, 62 in Norfolk, 61 in Virginia Beach, 61 in Suffolk. Eastern Shore, 58 degrees in Chincoteague, 60 in Melfa, 59 in Cape Charles, 60 in Matthews, 61 in Gloucester, 62 tonight in Hampton. Eastern North Carolina, you guys will be sitting in the lower 60s. That seems to be the magic number. 60, 62 degrees for overnight lows tonight. A few upper 50s. But look at tomorrow. Another great one. Upper 70s to low 80s. 79 in Smithfield, 78 in Franklin, 79 degrees for Suffolk. 78 in Virginia Beach. Another beach day. 2 beach days in a row in March. You love to see it. 73 in Melfa, 70 in Cape Charles. A little bit cooler on the Eastern Shore. Northern Eastern Shore sitting in the mid-60s. 72 in Sunnybank tomorrow, 78 in Gloucester, Williamsburg, 79 degrees in Hampton. Eastern North Carolina, same deal. Cooler by the coast a bit for Kill Devil Hills and Manio, 71, 72 degrees. 78 in Edenton, 79 in Hertford, and 79 in Gatesville. Also, here's the thing. Allergy report tomorrow, high to extreme for trees. Juniper, birch, sycamore. So even though it's great weather, might be sneezing a lot. So we want to keep that in mind. But the good news is about the rain coming through on Monday washes away all that pollen. So things get much better heading into the day on Tuesday before it kind of gets a little bit worse. And then rain comes through and washes it away and it gets better. And that's kind of how it goes over the next couple of weeks. The tree pollen will continually get better over the next couple of weeks or so. But then grass will take its place and become unbearable. Same with weeds, and then eventually mold, unfortunately. So it'll be a couple months of some allergies for us here. Here's the next 10 days, our 10-day temperature trend. 80 degrees tomorrow, 81 on Monday. And then look at that drop heading into Tuesday. 20 degrees, 64 on Wednesday, and then we're back into the upper 70s and low 80s by the end of the week and next weekend. Then another drop, 58. Yeah, it is. That's true. It's looking like for right now, let's see if I could bring that up here. The first week or so of April is looking to be, or the middle end of the first week into the second week, looking to be a bit below average. And that's what we're seeing, it seems like, on our 10-day temperature trend. 58. I thought we were done with those, unfortunately. So that's a look at that, our temperatures. I'm going to continue. I'm just going to go through this one more time to finish it off here. Strong to severe storms again late Monday. We have a weather impact alert, so you just want to stay close to the forecast over the next couple of days to see if anything changes tomorrow or Monday afternoon. as we track those storms coming through. Taylor's going to continue to do another live stream tomorrow at 11. I'm going to do another one tomorrow at 7. I'm sure we'll be live streaming a few times on Monday as well as the line starts to enter in our direction. I'll time this out here again one more time for you guys as we head into our Monday morning. Again, you'll notice a few showers to start off our Monday morning. So your morning commute may be a little bit wet, but warm. Then those clear out. We're in the upper 70s and low 80s by the afternoon, even a few mid 80s. There's that line, 6 o'clock, 95 corridor, pushing into, the northern neck, the peninsulas, Williamsburg, Murfreesboro, continues to push into the eastern shore by about 8 o'clock. And kind of, staying in the same areas for a few hours, and then eventually it pushes towards the coast, Virginia Beach, Elizabeth City, by about 10, 11 o'clock, and then eventually off the coast. A few lingering showers, downpours, and thunderstorms early Tuesday morning. That pushes out by about 3, 4 o'clock. And then we're looking good for our morning commute. But temperatures, though, you'll notice they plummet back into the mid to lower 50s, even a few upper 40s out there. Yeah, it'll stay cooler on Tuesday. But again, a chance to see some of those strong to severe storms as that line pushes through. Damaging gusty winds is the main threat. With that, 55, 60 miles per hour. Tornado threat is low, so that's the good news. And of course, street flooding, that threat doesn't seem to be very high as well. But those low-lying areas and areas that, see some of that training, there's that chance, of course. I'm going to leave it here on the 7-day forecast. 79 degrees to end off the weekend. A great weekend. It was warm. 84 today. Upper 70s pushing 80 tomorrow. 80 again on Monday, but again, it comes with the chance for strong storms as we head into Monday night. Clear out for Tuesday, a few showers in the morning, but we're cooler Tuesday and Wednesday in the mid to low 60s, average for this time of year. Then we're back into the low 80s for Thursday and Friday. Then we become a little bit more unsettled heading towards the end of the week and into the weekend. Again, Taylor will be here tomorrow. Daybreak starts at 6 Sunday morning. Taylor will do another live stream at around 11 a.m. and I'll be back here at 7 o'clock tomorrow, and then we'll be continuing to keep you updated on Monday. Craig will be back for Daybreak starting at 4:30 Monday morning, and again, we'll be back here tomorrow. Thanks for joining me tonight.